Once there was a man named Arthur. He lived with his wife, Emmy, and their only son, John. They loved John very much. Arthur worked as a clerk in a firm, but his salary was not enough to manage household expenses. He also did part-time jobs after office hours. Arthur never wanted to compromise on John's education. He admitted him to a good private school. John was a sensible boy. He never asked for anything. He understood how hard his father worked and did not want to trouble him. Yet Arthur often bought small things for John: shirts, toys, and gifts, just to see him smile. John's best friend was Ben. Ben came from a rich family, and his father was a businessman. John and Ben had been together since class 1 and were now in class 5. They often visited each other's homes. One evening, Emmy served tea with cookies.
"John, come have tea,"
she called. John came into the lounge and sat beside Arthur. Emmy placed a cup and plate of cookies in front of him. Instead of taking from his own plate, he grabbed a cookie from Arthur's plate. Arthur chuckled. Emmy smiled lovingly.
"John, you have your own cookies."
John laughed.
"Dad's cookies taste better,"
Arthur said warmly.
"You can take all of them."
John dipped the cookie in tea and smiled.
"No, Dad. One is enough."
After a moment, John spoke softly.
"Dad."
Arthur looked at him.
"Yes, my dear."
John hesitated.
"Can you give me a violin on my birthday? Ben's father gifted him one. I liked it a lot."
Emmy looked worried, but Arthur smiled gently.
"If you want it, you will have it."
John hugged him tightly.
"Thank you, Dad."
That night, Emmy said worriedly,
"Arthur, how will you buy a violin? It's very expensive."
Arthur replied calmly,
"John never asks for anything. If he wished today, I can't refuse him."
Emmy nodded slowly. The next day, Arthur met his friend Michael, who worked at a hotel.
"My part-time job ended. Can you find me a job?"
Arthur asked.
"There's work at my hotel,"
Michael said.
"but it's hard. Cleaning tables, washing dishes, sweeping floors."
Arthur said quickly,
"I'll do anything. Please talk to your manager."
Michael smiled.
"Okay."
Soon, Arthur started working part-time at the hotel. One evening, John was at Ben's house.
"Let's go out,"
Ben said excitedly.
"Where?"
John asked.
"Surprise."
Ben smiled. They went to a nearby hotel and sat down, while Ben looked at the menu. John glanced around. Suddenly, he froze. He saw his dad in a waiter's uniform, cleaning a table.
Dad.
John was shocked. Ben was busy with the menu.
Ben.
John said quickly. Ben looked up.
What happened?
John said, panicking.
My stomach hurts.
Ben frowned.
Oh no. Let's go home.
They left immediately. That night, John lay awake in bed.
Dad is working so hard because of me.
He thought.
I shouldn't have asked for the violin.
A small smile appeared on his face.
I know what to do.
The next morning was Sunday. During breakfast, John spread jam on his bread.
Dad.
He said.
I don't want the violin.
Arthur looked surprised.
Why?
John smiled.
I don't want it to affect my studies. Just give me a shirt this birthday. I'll buy the violin when I start working.
Arthur looked at him.
Are you sure?
John nodded.
Yes, Dad.
Emmy smiled and said,
Today you are worrying about your studies. When you have children, you will worry about their studies too.
John blushed. Arthur laughed. Moral: always value your parents' sacrifices.